Welcome everyone for the daily divine wisdom. So today we are talking about Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he's talking about a technique, and Dr. Bhardwaj will talk about more about that technique. But the perspective is how to make sure that we are able to center ourselves. And this is very important. And if we are not centered, what can we do to remain centered? That's very important to understand. That means if you are not feeling at ease, what do we need to do to feel at ease? That's very important. So finding out during the day, sometimes when we are not at ease, and taking the micro vacations. I talked to one of my friends. He is probably the busiest person, probably written like 30 books of his own. And he said that, hey, I take vacation daily. So I said, why? How do you take vacation daily? Hey, I take like 2 hours every day in the middle, and I do what I want to do. I just rest or do whatever hiking, whatever he wants to do, he does it. So same thing is true. What can we do practically to center ourselves? And that's what Dr. Joe Dispenza is talking here. Let me put that on next.
Take some time out of your busy lives to disconnect from your world. Shut your cell phone off, turn the TV off, power down your computer. Sit your body down for a few minutes and close your eyes. Number one. Number two, take some breaths and center yourself. When you center your attention into the present moment, you have more energy to create with. When your mind wanders to the predictable future or the familiar past, that's normal. Just become aware of it and keep working on settling yourself back down into the present moment. When you're in the present moment, you're the most creative. Number three, ask yourself, can I be defined by a vision of the future instead of the memories of the past? What do I want in my life? And take the time to answer the question. As you begin to contemplate and think about the answer to the question, you're changing your brain.
Now, this is the most important thing. He's saying that centering ourselves is important. That means we can center many ways. We can calm our mind down just by telling the mind what to think. Can we reprogram our brain to do that? And that's what he's saying, that what do you really want? If you want peace of mind and happiness, what can we do to have peace of mind and happiness? Some people go out and just watch sunset. You feel so good watching it. I know some people wake up early to watch sunrise. So we need to find out what things can we do to calm ourselves mind down, and then be able to do some level to calm down using either meditation or closing the eyes. What are we trying to do? We are trying to disconnect from the phone, because phone rings or we have some WhatsApp going on or there is a message going on. What's happening is that we are getting distracted. That distraction actually it causes dis-ease to us. And that's what he's saying, that disconnect from everything, including computer. Sometimes just blank piece of paper is the best friend, or nothing is the best friend. Doing nothing is a good thing. That's what he's saying here. Dr. Bhardwaj will talk more in detail about what Dr. Joe Dispenza is talking here.
Well, this is how Dr. Joe Dispenza is explaining his views. He's a scientist. At the same time, I would like to give you some information from the spiritual scientist. What is that information? That your attention is constant, whereas mind and body are variables. All those time and material aspects. Time means which talks about mind, past, and future. And the material means your material body and the material connections with your body all over. So now these two things are variables, and you are that constant. If you can know this particular part, that your attention is something constant. And this constant is like an omni scanner, which can scan all the information provided by the mind, all those thoughts, etc., and the material things, all around you. Now, Rohit is trying to tell you, after analyzing doctors, I mean, both of us, as a spiritual scientist and as other scientist, he's trying to bring something closer to you so that you can understand how to remain in that constant part, which can observe things, which is an omni scanner. It can look into all those things and can again bring you back to that constant, which you can do just by watching that sunrise or a sunset, as he is explaining. Just look into the blank for a while, or you close your eyes and feel that nowness, that there you are, which is constant and which can look into all those things. So the day's planning can always be looked into, and you can always update into this changing world, because mind and body are variables and you are that constant, and you can always adjust your programs accordingly, because attention knows everything. It is part of all knowing, all pervading. It is an intelligent being. So you got to rely on that, which is, I mean, this is what is wisdom. And if you can use this wisdom in your daily life, you can be happy, because whatever is happening is all predestined. Practically, we can see this happening. But how to really deal with this predestined thing? Because we are that constant, and we can see this movie of our life with that zeal for a while during the day, as he's suggesting that somebody can take a holiday, he can take a vacation during the day, during your time. You can take a vacation of 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, or whatever. It will again immediately refresh you, and then you can be a happy person. Thank you very much. Over to Rohit.
Thank you, Dr. Bhardwaj ji. So now this is what the resolve is. What we need to do is, we need to have happiness as part of our journey. As we are saying that we need to find out to disconnect from the mobile device and other places. Let's start to just remain without doing anything for some time. And then the Dr. Bhardwaj call it the wisdom automatically comes. We don't have to bring the wisdom. Wisdom automatically comes for us. We just need to let it come. So thank you all for joining in here. We will have another session right after this.